It is an absolutely gorgeous night for soccer here at the Daytona State Soccer Complex. And NJCAA action is ready to get underway between the Falcons of Daytona State and the Seahawks out of Broward College. And we are thrilled to have you along for the ride. I'm Drew Felios alongside Ted Sofianos. It's Broward College, it's Daytona State College, and there should be tons of fireworks here tonight.
In the box with you, Drew. Glad to see. Oh, look at the day and the night that we're going to look at this field. It's manicured to perfection. Got to thank those groundskeepers.
Tremendous talent also on both sides. We're going to be watching tonight for Broward College. Let's meet the Seahawks as you take a look at the lineup. Number 0 through number 9, Santiago Amerian. Number 9, we're really going to have to keep an eye on. Also 22, Igor Martin, somebody that Daytona State has circled. We cannot let him get loose, says head coach Bart Sasnet. Now the coach for Broward is Munga Eketebi. He is really one of the most well-respected junior college coaches in the state of Florida.
Oh, he's been around quite some time. And to tell you the truth, I see him taking this program quite far in the next several years. What he's done so far this year, on paper, not looking as good, let's say, as Bart Sasnet is, the Daytona State head coach. But this looks to be a great game as we begin.
Falcons talent tonight intact for the first time as they get two key players back in 18 and 19. Almir Kurtanovic, and 19 is Miguel De Leon. Along with the rest of the Falcons, Carlos Melendez is your starting keeper, and Coach Bart Sasnet, doing an outstanding job with Daytona State Soccer, says that this 2018 Falcon squad is his best yet, Ted.
Oh, it's looking good. I mean, you get players that are goal scorers in the double figures already. You got Fabian Grant, Giovanni Abreu, and Craigton Charlton.
Well, tonight's game is being brought to you in part by the Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Daytona State College. And Follett's Bookstore. Follett's is the official textbook supplier for Falcon student athletics. And we are just about set to go. The Seahawks wearing the all-navy uniforms. Daytona State countering in the gray uniforms with the blue trim.
I guess, Drew, we better apologize to our viewers out there in TV land because we're a little bit late of a start. Had a little bit of a bus issue coming from Broward College.
A little bit of extra traffic out there as well. As already Daytona State pressing. They want to get off to a good start. You know, they really felt like that match back on September 12th was a bit of a fluke, as Broward was a man down, Ted, when they scored that go-ahead goal in overtime to take the victory. Falcons trying to get it back here tonight.
Correct, Drew. And they put a lot of pressure on them in their home field down in Broward, but unfortunately, Daytona State could not capitalize. And like you said, pretty much a fluke.
Falcons have scored 38 goals this season. They've conceded only 15. This is the first time we've been able to show Daytona State men's soccer here on television in 2018. We are so excited because this program doing great things right now, trying to get it inside the 18. Eventually, it is fielded by Gazarczyk, the goalie for Broward College. Broward team comes in with a 3-4 record, trying to advance with Leonardo Yamamoto, number 17. Juan Canellis, number 2, plays it. Also 22, Igor Martins, involved here early. Broward's style is a bit different, unlike anything that Daytona State faces all season long, Ted. What they like to do is sort of lure you in. They get you to their side of the field, and then they try and beat you quickly on counters the other way. The Falcons very aware of that here tonight.
Exactly, and that's Coach Eketebi by design. He comes from that type of play from where Coach Eketebi came from and came to the States, and now is doing, like I said, a masterful job with Broward College.
They've got the skill, they've got the athletes to pull it off. Here's Santiago Amarian playing it for Broward.
Yeah, so far, they're just kind of feeling each other out, Drew. Some good control with both teams.
Chevin Stewart playing it. Center circle now. Fabian Grant touching it for the first time for Daytona State. Just underway here on this beautiful Daytona State campus and this still brand new soccer complex that we love to broadcast from day in and day out.
Sure. Love to brag about this facility for sure. Casal just with a touch out of bounds, unfortunately, but I like what he's doing. Casal, if you notice, Drew, is spreading the field quite a bit. As they were looking to attack, Casal made sure to stay all the way out on the wing, which is so important. You don't want to bunch up in the middle. It takes discipline to do that as well.
Mention Daytona State being healthy here tonight. Two key players back, Kurtanovic and De Leon. Kurtanovic 18, De Leon 19. Mentioned that in the open. Well, Kurtanovic with a bit of a heart issue just cleared. Everything is okay, and thank goodness for him, not just for playing soccer, but moving forward in life. He has battled it and persevered, and he is checked out okay. And then also Miguel De Leon, broken tibia earlier this year. He has come back, waited his turn, rehabbed, and ready to go finally tonight. He is the top goal scorer last year for Daytona State men's soccer.
That is painful. Switching the fields now.
Falcons trying to attack from that left side. Looks like we are going to have a corner kick for Daytona State.
First set piece of the match.
Our referees, David King, Zach Hendrickson, and Brio also on the crew here tonight.
You know, Drew, I got to say, it must be uncommon for a two-year program that, this college, Daytona State College, has to be, so far in front at this point in the game, just 2 years with the program, and ranked 8th in the nation, still currently ranked 8th in the NJCAA.
Throw in for Fabian Grant. Fabian Grant, the holding midfielder, we're going to be talking an awful lot about tonight. Now played by the Falcons. Well, taken away, nicely done by Broward, but unable to keep possession.
Good offense and equally good defense on that play right there.
Here's Senior. Shundell Senior, wearing number 34. Creighton Charlton also touching for the Falcons. Gio Abreu playing right back tonight. A lockdown defender for Daytona State. Nice movement.
Impressive skills shown by
Stewart,
Daytona State.
great ball in. Inside the box, the goalie comes out, and Gazarczyk makes a tremendous save.
Tremendous. That was a great save. He saw it developing. He anticipated correctly. Nice save by the Keeps. Here it is again. Might have been just a tad offsides on that. We try to beat him through the legs. It's funny, if he just kept that ball on the ground, that would have been a score.
First real chance the Falcons have had here tonight. We're 6 minutes in. Drew Felios and Ted Sofianos, Daytona State in gray, Broward in the Navy. And we're going to have our first foul called on the Falcons, so Broward's going to have pretty nice placement here as David King steps in to make the call.
Yep, decent in their offensive third for Broward. Certainly not the best angle, but their first set piece.
Jorge Escobar to put this one in motion, freshman out of Miami. Escobar, line drive, just makes it into the box. Falcons organized defensively, able to clear it. De Leon has it poked out. Good to see Miguel De Leon, who was a captain tonight with Kurtanovic, involved early. There's Miguel. Miguel's that one guy that Coach Sasnett says, we thought he was going to be good, Ted, when we recruited him, and he has become
Great. Just didn't right. Certainly a nice surprise.
Now it's Abreu. Nice ball, far post, trying to go for the header, and just over the head of a diving Falcon. But Daytona State does not give up on it. Try and give it one more shot. This one across the end line and out of play. Falcons, though, with a great cross here, playing aggressive.
Great cross by Abreu. He's got great skill. And DSC did have two men in the box, right by the 6-yard box there. Well done, just didn't capitalize. So far, Drew, I would say that DSC would have the upper hand as of now as far as control and chances.
Falcons have certainly been the aggressors here in the early moments. But again, remind you that Broward likes to lull you to sleep. They have won several this year, the year before, by not really controlling possession, but winning on the scoreboard. Abreu now settles things. Molina, the Spaniard, another freshman. Here's Sergio Molina, their first-year player.
And you can see with that last shot before, you can see that Broward is playing a 4-4-2, 4 defense, 4 middies, and 2 strikers. And like you said, with that type of combination, they have a lot of men deep. And then, like you said, the counter can be very effective if, indeed, you got the sleepers in your eyes.
This one sent back. Kurtanovic, Almir Kurtanovic, sophomore, part of the back line tonight.
Interesting that Esparza got got put out there to this particular game. It's mostly been Melendez, from what I recall.
Well, this is the 6th all-time meeting between Daytona State and Broward. Falcons have won 3. Broward has won only 2. Ball will belong to the Falcons.
Referees being awfully kind there.
Place it down now for Gio Abreu. Now Shondell Sr., one of those holding mids I was talking about. Daytona State's got 2 holding midfielders that have just been off the charts so far in their first year. Tell you about them in just a moment. It's Falcons trying to advance this one again. Broward's defense just in time, able to clear it. Now right side,
gorgeous
here's
ball.
De Leon. De Leon in a pretty good spot. Tried to cross it, just a little bit short.
Yeah, I think it was just a bit of miscommunication with that ball. Gorgeous ball, though, put into space.
Another good opportunity early on in this game for Daytona State. Martins now sends it ahead, and Santiago Amirian, can't control it. It's played over to Melendez.
Shadows of the brand new stadium starting to cover the field here.
Daytona State with 10 wins in their last 11 games. Just an outstanding run that they're on. They've also won their last 5. So coming in here tonight, just playing red hot and ready to showcase their talent on WDSC TV. Far side now, Broward possessing at the moment.
Yeah, this is the second year now, Drew, that we have seen from this particular college's television station live televised games. Don't usually, very few colleges have those types of facilities as far as 2-year programs go.
Oberstar plays it back for Broward. And now here's Yamamoto. Falcons flying to the ball, though. Broward a little frustrated offensively, and there's De Leon causing some problems. Daytona State putting immense pressure on Broward College at the moment. There they try and sneak one behind, but easily Molina comes over to take care of it.
Some nice work out of the back there by Broward College.
It's Daytona State squad this year. Coach Sasnett told us a little bit about the characteristics, Ted, earlier today. Says they are humble, they are appreciative, just made up of great young men. I was singing the praises of the volleyball team a couple weeks ago, and it sounds like this Daytona State men's soccer team is pretty much the same. Thankful for the opportunity to put on the Daytona State Falcons uniform. It's really special stuff.
To be part of this program, certainly a burgeoning program, a blooming program, to see what's developed already, but to have those type of students, good heads on their shoulders, over cumulatively for the entire team, over a 3.05, I believe, team average.
Just over 3.0 last year. They're going to have several academic All-Americans this season as well. Coach Sasnett and Athletic Director Will Dunn always stressing academics over athletics here on campus. Certainly caught on. Yamamoto giveaway in the midfield, and now Abreu. And the Falcons starting to possess. Here's Senor.
Nice back heel.
Game has settled down just a bit. Both teams were really flying around back and forth in the opening moments. Carlos Melendez, the freshman out of Winter Springs High School in Orlando.
You just mentioned, Winter Springs. I mean, 7 out of the 11 starters for Broward College are from, Germany, Slovenia, London, Colombia, Brazil. Quite a few foreign-born players.
Abreu sends this one ahead. De Leon trying to catch up to it, but beating him there is Ilskins. Max Ilskins, the freshman out of Germany, one of those international prodigies you were just talking about. "15 minutes in, no score so far." Creighton Charlton, another touch. Little miscommunication there. And the goalie, Gosarczyk, the freshman out of Poland, with it now for Broward.
Certainly no score, but most play being completed here in the Daytona offensive end.
Here's Canellis playing it forward. Martins. Daytona State bunched up on that touch line, able to take it away from him. No real chances so far for Broward. Daytona State has had a very good chance and a great save made by Gosarczyk, the Broward keeper.
Yeah, that one that could just skid it under him if it was hit just a little bit lower, but a terrific save there by the keep.
Davalos, a good touch. John Davalos, freshman from Columbia. Daytona State, able to get it back.
Don't think he saw Yamamoto.
Team's playing very fast here in the first 20 minutes. Melendez going to take care of this one for Daytona State.
Just a bit of soccer rules for our viewers out there. When one of the defenders heads it back to the goalie, you will notice the goalie's allowed to pick it up. But as far as a pass back to the goalie cannot pick it up unless it's a deflection.
Here come the Falcons. De Leon. Will he force a corner kick? Yes, he will. There's the speed of Miguel De Leon. They are so happy, Ted, to have 19 back in the lineup tonight.
Oh, of course. And that's a tough injury to come back from. So glad to see him out here touch wood. All right, this will be played an outswinger with the right foot.
Second corner of the match for the Falcons. This one goes to the far side. Daytona State gets a foot on it. Switches to the right side now. And Dakota Casale trying to get it inside the 6. Senior also there to play it.
A few nice crosses right there by Daytona State. And Broward, to their credit, as far as their defenders go, they do have some height back there. It's going to be hard to score on headers with them.
How about this footwork? Senior trying to get inside the 6. The cross is on.
Unbelievable.
The shot taken.
Unbelievable.
And Sargic somehow able to get a hand on it.
That was fortuitous because he did not know where that ball was going. It just happened to hit him right in the left hand, I believe. We'll probably see that back on replay in just a moment. Oh, look at the footwork there, and the gorgeous hit. Yeah, that was actually hit right by his upper abdomen, and he made a great shot to try to corral that ball, so therefore there was no ping pong happening there.
Another good shot on goal so far. Sargic, a couple great saves. This could easily be a 2-0 count right now.
Yes, definitely could be. And the psychological thing about that, you just have to keep with it. You have to realize, yeah, good chances, not happening. Goals starting to seem maybe a little bit small, but certainly the opportunities have been there for Daytona State, and the momentum certainly in their favor as well currently.
Foul called on the Broward side. Ball will be placed down for Daytona State. Approaching the 20th minute here in Daytona Beach. We've got a good one for you here tonight. Falcons and Seahawks. Couple shots for Daytona State here so far. Broward still looking for their really good first chance. When you talk about the offense for Daytona State, this team, Ted, they are 10-1-1, but surprisingly, Coach Sasnet says that we have let so many opportunities get away from us so far this season. We should have way more goals than what we do. And there's a nice corner forced by Charlton. Craigton Charlton, the lead goal scorer for the Falcons, and it will be the third corner of the match coming up.
What wonderful job there by Craigton. But he did have a point to say it was a handball. Surprisingly, the linesman did not hold up a flag to indicate that. And that could very well be because the hands of the Broward defender were by his side.
This ball driven. A nice header that time, but just not enough on it.
Yeah, just didn't get enough mustard on that one, but good job all the way around there. Broward's going to work it out of the back now, or at least try. And it's a type of game, Drew, that makes any coach a little bit nervous when you've had some great opportunities. And like you said, if they lull you into sleep and then come on down, and that's what you have to guard against. Very nice outlet there.
Great job to switch the point of attack. Abreu now able to center it. And this is Charlton, the Jamaican. 10 goals so far in 2018. He has been electric for Daytona State. Senor now sneaking a pass in. Charlton scoots it back.
The footwork on that young man, really incredible.
Saw some tremendous skill right there. You can see why these young men are so talented. Some of them will be playing big-time Division I soccer here in a year or two.
It's that peripheral ability when it seems as though he has his head down, but he doesn't. He's actually got a great peripheral view, and he's the type of guy that has that skill level that's going to beat 2 or 3 men right one after another.
Number 3, Sergio Medina.
Martins touches ahead for Broward. And Martins quickly hustling down the pitch, try and get it back. Falcons knew it was coming, though, and able to get it back to their goalie, Melendez.
Yeah, correction. Before I said Esparza, but it is Melendez. Yes, correct, Drew. Not a lot of work out of him tonight so far.
Sergio Medina, number 3, in the game right now for Broward. Freshman out of Miami. Canellis, nice look. Lots of space to work with and some time as well. Try and flick one in. Trying to draw contact also top of the 18 was a Marion, but no whistle. The official was not buying that one.
No, not buying that one. Might a little bit of acting perhaps, but not enough to warrant any action by the referee. The rules have changed a little bit, Drew, whereas if the referee does see you trying to pull a foul, or at least try to dive in the box, very well get a yellow card as an offensive striker or even a midi.
Sergio Molino now going to build this one from the back for Daytona State. 3 shots on goal so far. 3 saves for Kazarczyk. Kept up by Giovanni Abreu, sophomore from Jacksonville. That shutdown right back we were talking about. Now Almir Kutanovic.
I think Gio would have liked to have put a little bit more pace on that particular ball, but worked out just fine.
Certainly got to be careful those dangerous balls along the back line. This is certainly a team, Broward, that will make you pay if they are not on point. Ferraz able to win it back, and now Igor Martins out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Broward really struggling so far to just keep possession and connect the dots.
And certainly you haven't seen much go on as far as the offensive end. So for Broward, DSC at this point well in control of the game for the first almost 25 minutes as we approach the 20-minute mark.
Here's senior Abreu. Holds things up. Falcons getting organized here. Senior trying to come back to it. Daytona State can't possess at that time. Stefan Gilzine in the game number 8, sophomore out of Jamaica. Now it's Casale. Falcons, another solid run here. Tried to switch the point of attack, try and get it to Charlton.
A nice idea there.
Charlton gets it right back. Couple defenders in place.
Just so dangerous and so confident with the ball.
Stewart tried to send it in. Ball was deflected. And Amirian will now handle it for Broward College. Drew Felios with Ted Sofianos, if you're just joining us. Started a little bit late tonight as Broward College was late arriving. A little bit of traffic and perhaps thought twice about coming here to Daytona State. Didn't want to face the buzzsaw.
The way DSC is looking right now, I don't blame him for being a little bit scared, a little fearful to come up this way.
We have to be careful. Broward College getting the better of Daytona State back on September 12th. 2-1 match they won in overtime. One that has certainly stuck out. It's the only blemish right now on the Falcons' record.
So yeah, and here we have another conference game, and Daytona State certainly needs this one. They're 2-1 inside the conference right now.
Keep an eye on Fabian Grant. He's got it right now, Ted. Number 6, the freshman midfielder who has been outstanding since coming in from Kingston, Jamaica. Grant, number 6, and senior, number 34. Coach Sasnett says are the 2 best holding midfielders in the entire country. He is willing to bet the 2 freshmen are that good.
That is quite a boast.
Coach Sasnett does not just say that if he does not.
If he doesn't believe,
truly believe it 100%.
Exactly. Guaranteed.
Charlton with it once more. Charlton goes over the top, and let's see, the flag is going to go up. Easy call. They're going to wave that one off the board. The crowd thought for a moment it was a goal, but certainly offside.
Offside just by a hair there. And you know, in this league, in any league in soccer, even is off. So even if the camera was showing them neck and neck, offender to defender, well, even is off. it looks like the wind, Drew, by looking at the flags, has really laid down. Had a good 15, 20-mile-an-hour breeze just before game started. That was coming from the south, but it's certainly, I mean, look at those flags. They've laid down quite a bit. So no real advantage regarding the weather.
Here's Grant. Grant got a good foot into it off the Broward defender, and now senior. Tough pass that time. Medina's going to come over and clean it up for the visitors. Coming up on 17 minutes to play in this first half. Daytona State has had the better in run of play, but no goals to show for it right now.
Quick to shut them down, I'm noticing, with the Daytona State defenders. Really quick to shut them down.
Sent forward by Molina. Molina really gave it a ride that time. And now it's going to be a foul called on the Falcons. We'll go the other way.
Yeah, just a little bit by Stewart, a little bit too much shoulder into the Broward defender. As far as the referee was concerned. From up here, it didn't look that bad though, but referee's right on the call there.
Broward now working quickly. Davalos. Oh, nice move as Senior was able to split three. Falcons would have had numbers the other way. Senior probably just hold it a little bit longer that time, and they would have had something working for sure.
Yeah. There's a little clip foul.
So far, from Daytona State's perspective, Ted, if you are Coach Sasnet, if you're a Daytona State fan, do you like what you see so far?
Oh, I guarantee. I mean, you see the combinations. You see them spreading the field. You know, there's certainly with no issues going north and south or east and west on this field. So really having their way at the moment. So, yes, I'm sure Coach Sasnet is pleased, but at the same time, we need that one in the back of the net as far as what he's saying.
Oberstar now slowing things down. Broward starting to possess a little bit better here over the last few minutes, and now Amirian trying to sneak in to the 18 from the right flank. Try and cross one in, the header's on, and it's into the hands of Melendez.
That was a heck of an attempt. Unfortunately for the Broward offensive line there, it went right to the keep. Great footwork.
That was Stewart. Chevin Stewart with it right now for Daytona State.
Wow.
Ball was loose that time atop the 18.
Trying to pick up that loose change. Didn't bounce the right way for Daytona State.
Now it's Martin stripped up. And this could be a yellow. Let's see.
Looks like
just a warning.
Yeah, just a little counseling session there.
Gio Abreu right there, the sophomore midfielder, getting a little talking to out of Jacksonville.
Wow.
Gonna take a long strike. Wow. Why not?
That had to be somewhere around 38, 40 yards out, but that was well struck.
It was Charlton who gave it a ride, and he has got just an electric right foot.
Whoa. You see that ball moved. Ooh. There it is again. That ball's moving. That's a tough one for any keeper, even if it was hit directly at him. That ball had a heck of a lot. I mean, there was no spin on it. It was just, you know, oscillating through the air.
Almir Katanovic, first game tonight for Daytona State. Hard to believe, two Falcons playing in their very first game in 2018. Kurtanovic and De Leon. Healthy. Roster is 100%, so Falcons 10-1-1. You add those two players into the mix, and you can only wonder what is yet to come for Daytona State soccer here in 2018 with, of course, the postseason looming. Lots to look forward to.
With about 2/3 of the season done thus far, great to have a healthy, lineup.
Daytona State with very live legs up to this point. Careful high kick there. Kotanovic does not get called. Grant shares it with Casal.
Subbing in for the Seahawks, number 11.
Charlton
Dylan.
beats a defender one time. Now tries to get to the middle of the pitch. Charlton tries to sneak one in. Nice touch there. And Broward again, lucky that ball doesn't squirt through. Kept alive by Stewart. Lewis Dillon, number 11 in the game, sophomore out of London for Broward. Igor Martins holding things up. And now Broward, a little bit of space to work with. A nice 1-2 shot from the right side, and the ball will just sail wide.
Drew, you said it at the beginning of the game, how you can get lulled back there, and then with a quick counter, and they had enough bodies in the box, easily could have been a score there. Probably the best chance for Broward thus far.
That is what this team does. Falcons are very aware of that here tonight. They will lull you to sleep, and then they'll hit you quickly on the counter. And another key for Daytona State tonight, be patient. You see a few times, Ted, Falcons rushing things just a little bit. Got to take your time on some of those chances, and things will work out.
Exactly. And a couple of bounces in the box there could have been a little bit more fortuitous. Certainly Daytona State has had the cleaner lines to the goal. 2 excellent opportunities thus far. And goalie did well to get in front of those.
Subbing in for the Seahawks.
Now it's Medina.
Anthony Orr.
Has it taken away. Great job by Dakota.
Dakota Casal, I tell you, he's been all over the place today. Dakota Casal. Been really digging hard.
Stewart. Play it to the far side. Falcons keeping everything nice and spread. Senior plays the ball in, squirts through, and it winds up at the feet of Kazarczyk. Do you see that a lot, Ted, with teams that usually score a lot of goals? When it's not working for them in the first 20 or 30 minutes, they start to press a little bit. They just start to rush it and start to lose some of that patience.
Drew, do you play any golf?
Sure.
Okay. If you have that first or second hole is so meaningful to so many golfers, I would say the same psychology applies here. They've certainly shown a great start. It can be a little bit frustrating, though, when you've had some great opportunities. It's just not getting to the back of the net. Oh, great footwork there by Senior.
Shondell Senior, that holding mid that I was talking about moments ago.
Yeah, Senior made just a great footwork there.
Now it's Molina sharing with Stewart. Shevin Stewart clearing a little bit of space, showing some great 1v1 ability. Oh, he was open there. Get it right back to him. Instead, Molina held it just a little bit too long. Now the Falcons trying to create a shot, posting up. I believe that was De Leon who just turned around and whipped it.
Great job by De Leon to shield that ball, and then just tough to keep that ball down, but he made a great attempt at shielding the ball and then turning on it, putting it goalward.
Miguel De Leon, an All-American in 2017. He's a playmaker, nearly made a big one there. Fabian Grant. You have so much talent.
Great takeaway there. But back front, let's see, that was Davalos.
About to say, when you have this much talent at the junior college level, whether it's Daytona State or Broward or Polk State, the teams we've seen in the past, it's such a challenge for these coaches to get all this talent on the same page, only the 2-year window.
Oh, great footwork, great clear from Abreu there. Anticipated the ball going into space on the left wing and closed that down rather quickly.
Falcons sharing it. Senior plays it back. Each goal keeps. The offense for Daytona State, though, has gone a little bit quiet here in the past 10 minutes. Get this one ahead. Martins. Igor Martins trying to strike quickly again at the feet of Dillon. Dillon, left-footed shot, and Melendez there to cut it down.
Yeah, Melendez in a good angle right there. No harm. No harm with that shot. Now that was a gorgeous ball.
Falcons trying to get some numbers down the pitch. Now Stewart turning. Couldn't advance it further. Fabian Grant to Craigton Charlton. Now it's Dillon, quickly trying to get it back. You can see the Falcons anticipating.
Yes, good by Molina there. Getting it back. Nice attempt though. Nice thought process there. Good save. Oh, linesman right there to record that out.
Just across the touchline will be a throw in for Daytona State. Senior trying to get it to De Leon again. Miguel De Leon. His first game back, trying to get into the scoring column for the Falcons. I think that would be just awesome to see if he could get a goal here in his first game back.
He was just shaking his head. He knew what he did wrong there. He wanted just to touch it in front of him.
They're looking for him. Here he is one more time, trying to stay onside. Little flick to himself. Look at the skill. Still able to keep possession. Knifing through. Can he get a shot off?
Oh,
tried to cross it.
My goodness. The ball was on a string with that young man.
That's great individual effort. Miguel De Leon showing the individual skill here at Daytona State Soccer Complex.
That was fun to watch, wasn't it? You got some really fancy footworkers there between De Leon, Grant, Abreu. Great ball skill.
It's been a busy week on campus. Had a volleyball telecast on Tuesday. That match won by Polk State over Daytona State, but have to mention Daytona State volleyball came back last night. Ted got a big 3-1, 3-1 victory over the College of Central Florida. Congratulations to Coach Laura Stiegel and the ladies getting it done. I watched that match. It was tremendous from start to finish.
Also a pretty new program, as well as the men's and women's cross country.
Senior goes down. Official right there to make the call. So ball placed down now for Fabian Grant. Holding mid. Here's a look at the foul. Anthony Orr getting in there. Fabian Grant will put this one in motion. Ball's got some curl. Falcons trying to head it in. Molina, good hustle to chase it down before it goes over the end line.
Wow. They had a lot of, DSC had a lot of folks in the box there. Good opportunity. A lot of pressure being applied right now.
This is Stewart. Stewart splitting right into the mob of Navy uniforms. And
Right
this
now.
is how Broward beat you the other way. Oh,
Great tackle. My goodness. Flying down the left wing.
Falcons trying to create some more chances here before intermission.
Gorgeous play to the wing. That's Grant.
Fabian Grant, ball's got a little curl. It's still alive in the box. The cross.
Wow.
By number 19 again, De Leon. Just he was too far down across the end line.
They are within inches of putting that to the back of the net. Inches. Here we are at dusk now. Lights starting to come into play at this beautiful field. Daytona State Soccer Complex.
Nice win and turn there by Anthony Orr. Ball taken away by Daytona State. Falcons not letting Broward get comfortable tonight offensively. And we've got less than 2 minutes to play in the first half.
Now here at this beautiful complex, Drew, they are going to be hosting in mid-November the NJCAA Men's Soccer Championship Tournament. And wouldn't you know that Bart Sasnett, Coach Sasnett, he wants to be a part of that. You know it. And with the talent that he's got on the field, could very well happen for him. Needs this conference win, though.
No reason why it shouldn't. Top team in the conference, advancing to the postseason automatically, and then also a bit of a playoff there for second place.
Okay, it's winding down to 1 minute. Daytona has 6 men in the box at least there. They better get back. There they go. Love what they're doing both east and west on the field for Daytona State. They're really a bit of a high kick, I think. But they're really able to not only advance the ball, north and south, but they are really spreading the field. And that takes a lot of discipline. It takes good coaching in order to kind of, as you see right here, with Abreu out here toward the box on the right side mid.
20 seconds remain in the first half. Falcons trying to get one more chance before heading to the locker room, and I'm not sure it's going to happen here. Broward going to play a little
9,
keep away here
8,
with the
7,
final 10 seconds
6,
ticking off the clock.
5, 4, 3.
Here's Medina.
2,
He'll take a long strike.
1, 0.
And it'll sail away. That will do it for the first 45 minutes here in Daytona Beach. Falcons and Seahawks scoreless through the first half. So an exciting first half, even though we don't have any goals. Both teams going at it tooth and nail.
Looking good. Yeah. And again, as I've said before, and certainly not to take anything away from Coach Eketebi, Coach says it's got to be proud of his guys right now.
Yeah, Coach and goalie Mikhail Kozarczyk getting peppered with shots. Shondell Sr., number 34, doing a great job for Daytona State. Well, tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Financial Educators Federal Credit Union. They are the official credit union of Daytona State College. Just remember, FEFCU, a proud supporter of Daytona State athletics. It's all about athletics here on campus, but more importantly than athletics, it's always about academics. That's what they are stressing, especially the soccer team. A 3.0 GPA last year, and that is trending upward here in 2018. Academics, a huge part of the experience at Daytona State.
I think that our first priority as student athletes is obviously our class. So when we go into class, that's our first priority. And so when we go into class, we work hard in class. That just shows in the field as players. So when we come out to practice, we know that we've worked hard in the classroom, and now we have to work hard on the field.
So I think that the classroom is directly related to being on the field. I believe that if you try hard in every aspect of your life, then it'll translate over to other things. So if we do well in the classroom and put in the hard work there, then you'll definitely put the hard work in for your teammates.
We hold our student athletes to the highest standards, so we expect our athletes to put the same intensity and effort into their academic performance as they do into their athletic performance. So their performance in the classroom is a direct reflection of the dedication, discipline, and their adherence to our core values as their athletic performance. So for our team, you know, our athletes are expected to adhere to certain core values, and those apply to that classroom and the field, and all those discipline, dedication, commitment, and all of those things are reflected in the same environment academically. It's fantastic. The new facility is fantastic. We can't complain. The surface is grass. It's wonderful. It's a big field. We have great support. You know, it's a very, very nice place to train every day. It's a great place to hold games, and we're very grateful for the opportunity to be in it.
It feels amazing. I mean, the stands, everything looks great. You know, it's just a plus. I mean, we're a good team, so that just brings us, you know, more energy to play and win.
Being a brand new program is really exciting, and the fact that we're competing so well against these teams that have been together for a long time feels really good. And having a new stadium as a new program is really rewarding, especially since our season last year was so good.
It feels great coming here. I mean, I was here last year, and the new stadium was something we always looked forward to last year. We were just like, oh, I can't wait to play in our new stadium on campus. And the best part is that we have the TV program, so it helps expose our team. We got a really good team, so I'm just excited every time we get to step out here.
We got to find a way to put the ball in the back of the net more consistently when you get those chances. Because when you're playing a good team, you're not going to get that many chances. So you got to maximize your opportunities.
It's time to express yourself. You were busy this summer. We get it. At Daytona State College, we know a thing or two about how to help you stay on track. Our 7-week express courses start October 22nd, so you still have time to get started. Lock in your financial aid today and go to daytonastate.edu/apply or call 386-506-3000. What are you waiting for? It's time to express yourself.
The Daytona State College of Education is forever grateful to Volusia and Flagler County Schools and our collaborative partnership that allows us to spend this exciting time out in the field working with these wonderful students, doing one-on-one reading instruction 4 days a week.
Daytona State has definitely prepared me for being a teacher with all the field work that we've been able to experience through the program, as well as the support and help from all of our wonderful professors. And being able to work one-on-one with the students has been a wonderful opportunity to experience that already before I get placed in my senior internship.
So today, we're going to learn about something that I think is really fascinating. We're going to be learning about weather balloons.
In the IMES lab, we have state-of-the-art equipment that help us further our research.
We are going to be surveying these seagrass beds here at Oak Hills and looking at how they're changing over time.
I love doing this, coming out into the field and actually getting my hands dirty. And
you get to do everything you've ever wanted to do in a marine biology program. You get to go out into the field and actually do the work.
We are truly building a program here for students that are interested in conducting undergraduate research. It's a rather rigorous program for a two-year college.
I'm going out and studying horseshoe crab populations and seeing where their nesting sites are and how often they nest where they are.
The professors motivate us, they inspire us to continue our research and to better ourselves in the scientific community.
This is much better than sitting in a classroom just looking at pictures and listening to people talk. We get to actually feel and see the plants in their natural habitat.
I love this class. I love everything about it, the learning of the names of the flowers. Now it's like putting a name with a face.
Welcome back to the gorgeous Daytona State Soccer Complex here at Daytona Beach. A scoreless draw so far between the Falcons of Daytona State College and the Broward College Seahawks. Drew Felios with Ted Sofiano. So happy you can join us tonight. Tonight's game is being brought to you in part by Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Daytona State College. And we also want to tell you about a very special event that is coming up. Of course, this year's homecoming, October 11th to the 13th, featuring a series of events to celebrate Falcon pride throughout the community. You can find out much more at daytonastate.edu/homecoming 2018. So many festivities there with the Mr. and Miss Daytona State College pageant, the Alumni Awards recognition, the 5K walk and run, the car and trunk show, so much more in homecoming days just ahead. Okay, during intermission, Coach Bart Sasnett letting his team have it just a little bit, trying to get the team fired up. They had several chances in that first half, Ted, unable to put one on the scoreboard.
Exactly. I mean, and that happens. And again, we were talking about the psychology of it a little bit ago. Here's one of them right there. Easy goal right there if he had kept it down. Some of the footwork that you're seeing being displayed, that was a heck of a shot there. You see that thing just started to move.
Well, it's Miguel De Leon with that turnaround that time after the post up. Right there, you saw that one. If he could have just kept it a little bit lower, could have cleared the crossbar, and Melendez in net for the Falcons has not conceded. As you see, De Leon, just good to see 19, Miguel De Leon back on the pitch. Remember, he had the broken tibia. He is 100%, and you can see the difference offensively for the Falcons in the first half.
Yeah, I mean, they look like a well-oiled machine. It's just that one little bit. Now, we were talking about it, psychologically speaking, in order to get that ball in the back of the net, playing golf the first 3 or 4 holes. If you don't do that too well, it starts to affect you. But honestly, you got to be happy if your coach says that. At the same time, you need one to go ahead. And again, very important game, conference game here.
What has been preached by Coach Sasnett all week long, one word: patience. Stay patient if you're the Falcons. He does not want tonight to be a replay of what happened back on September 12th when Daytona State dominated the match, and yet Broward figured out a way to win, getting a shorthanded goal. On the other side, you got Broward. Now they were being dominated in the first 30 minutes of play, but able to get a few things going offensively late.
Yeah, they started to click kind of late. They started to put a few good passes together. They started to spread the field as well, I noticed. But as you were looking at their formation, 4-4-2, that lends itself to that quick attack to go back. And obviously, probably Coach Ekatebi counseling on them right now as we see him talking to the starters and the rest of the team.
Bunga Ekatebi, definitely a coach that knows how to make the adjustments, and he will do what needs to be done on the Seahawks side to get their 4th victory of the season. If you're not out here with us at Daytona State College, I'm sorry, because we're having a blast here tonight, but we're also thrilled that you could join us on WDSC TV and also on YouTube as the Falcons, Gio Abreu right there, one of the players, sophomore midfielder from Jacksonville, getting it done here tonight as Daytona State will huddle up and see the good camaraderie there, the chemistry that this team has shown so many times this year.
And a modest group from what Coach Sasnett says. Modest, like you said, humble before, right? And they seem to really have good connectivity with each other. You know, it's kind of like any time you're making I like to make some Greek food or a nice Italian sauce. You know, it's those ingredients that go in there that really help to make. Yeah, I know I'm getting hungry too because we haven't had dinner yet. But I tell you, it's those ingredients that make the team. And what type of personas? If you got a kind of a hothead, you have to have somebody who's a little bit more mild-mannered, and to be able also to talk and communicate. And I'm seeing a lot of that type of communication. I don't know if you were seeing it, Drew, but they were saying man on, or turn, two very, very common, terms that you'll hear. And when they're doing it right, that makes it very effective, especially when your back is to the defense and you're an offender.
Saw a new player there for Broward, Gabriel Ortiz, number 23, just a second ago. He is going to start the second half, did not start this game for the Seahawks.
Look at these golden boots that I see here. I didn't have anything like that when I was playing back in the day.
Those look pretty slick, don't they?
Yeah, they do. It looks like pretty darn expensive there.
Look like some shoes that maybe Jim Thorpe would wear.
Jim Thorpe?
Back
Yeah.
in the day. Early 1900s. Old school.
I think my wife likes those gold, colored type shoes as well.
Underway, Falcons trying to get right to it here in the second half. Drew Felios, Ted Sofianos here at Daytona State College, and our outstanding crew doing a great job setting up the equipment all day, bringing you the sights and the sounds.
Oh, we got to give our hats off to the TV crew.
Falcons attacking, getting one in on the cross. There's the shot. Try and get one in on the rebound.
Wow.
Daytona State with some early chances.
Again, a little bit of loose change, couldn't pick it up in the 6-yard box.
That last ball was in the final third.
I mean, just go. Oh, my.
Take it down. This should be.
Probably looking at a card there. Nope. Ref's letting it go. Pretty hard foul there. Surprised I didn't see the referee at least give him a little talking to.
Creighton Charlton, he was taken down by Jorge Escobar. Yeah, clearly a foul. And I think Escobar luckily does not get a yellow that time.
This particular set piece even better than the corner. Tried to put it to near post. Just a bit of a missed pass there. Casal. To the footwork of Stewart.
Sent back out now. Here's Senior. Senior trying to put one in. You see that back line for Broward. Very organized and tough to break up. How many guys they just can't and sit there, Ted, wait for you. Daytona State trying to figure out a way to solve that dilemma.
I mean, the way that Broward is laying back right now, you'd almost think that they're playing for a tie. We know they're not, though. It's just that particular formation that lends itself to that type of play.
Stefan Gilzine tries to advance it forward and will get away from the Falcons.
Yeah. Charlton saying, playing it to my feet. Play it to my feet, he's saying. And that's why they do those drills with the 3v1s in a box. Usually they're doing 10-yard square boxes, and they're doing 3v1 for that crispness of passes. That's what the drill is supposed to, emulate. And, and you get to the game time, you got a lot of pressure on you, and you do have those errant passes with the amount of pressure.
Gabriel Ortiz, who just checked in. Some nice touches there. Davalos now with a Marion. Tries to send it across the field. Near high kick that time. As Faraz keeps it for Broward. Falcons trying to clear it. Can't do it just yet. Eventually there's Gilzine.
Yeah, I was surprised did not put that ball into the air. Instead cleared it down. Bit of a mistake there, but no harm to Daytona State.
Creighton Charlton has stepped up all season, number 29. I think he may have to be the guy to score that game-defying goal here tonight.
11 goals so far, whereas for Broward College, we have a few of them with 7 goals, and that would be Oberstar, Davalos, and Faraz with 7 goals each.
Giveaway by Broward. Grant comes up to play it for the Falcons, and we got another foul. That's the second one on Broward here in the early minutes of the second half.
Yeah, kicked him in the back of the Achilles heel there. A little bit painful, I assume. And another set piece for Daytona State. Certainly Daytona State having the advantage with set pieces tonight.
Yeah, I would say dominating in that category.
This could be dangerous from that angle.
See a little bit of a wind. Flags on the top of your screen. Falcons will try. Send another one in here. Left-footed strike.
My
Far
goodness.
Post. Oh, great ball that time. Gazarjic was beaten. If they could have gotten a foot or head on it on that far post.
Two Daytona State players, both right there to put in the box. Not sure exactly what happened.
Oh, right there, you think De Leon would have the best shot at it. I think the ball just got behind him.
Another incredible chance for Daytona State.
Broward trying to sneak back the other way. Seahawks denied before getting to the final third.
Great
Oh, that's a tremendous ball. Falcons trying to run away with this one. Far post, it gets away in the 6, and finally cleared.
Nice save by the keeper. It was a great shot, kept it low, far post, but the keeper made a very nice save there. You know, what if your coach says it right now? I mean, how, what are you going to say to your guys when you have chances like that and they're just not getting to the back of the net? You just tell them, persist. Continuous persistence. Don't relent.
Nearly 7 minutes into this half number 2. Second half playing out just like the first. So far, lots of Daytona State chances, but still nothing to show for.
Good clear there by Daytona State. And a switch of fields, beautiful.
Now it's Gilsine. Played in the midfield.
There it is
far
again,
side.
Drew, that east and west that they're playing. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely to watch that. Looks like it's...
Take a look at that last chance, Ted, from that right flank.
Just skipped by. I mean, this was a definite cross.
It was Charlton.
Oh, that was the shot. That was a shot from Charlton, yes. You see that keep just stretch his hand out there. Got the right hand of the ball. Did a great job. Great job for the keep there.
Gregton Charlton has stepped up his game. Double digits in goals out of Clarendon, Jamaica. Several Jamaican players on the pitch tonight. Stephon Gilsine is another. Fabian Grant, one more for Daytona State. And Shendell Sr., the island of Jamaica, very kind to Daytona State with players so far in building this young program.
Oh, definitely. Definitely. And, certainly geographically located. You have Jamaica, have the Greater Antilles, Lesser Antilles. It certainly makes sense for Florida, various colleges to recruit teams from those island nations. Gonna give it back to the keep.
Carlos Melendez not been challenged so far in this second half. We're nearly 10 minutes in. Almir Kurtanovic, number 18, who just handled it for the Falcons. So far, so good. He's played well here tonight. Sophomore captain from Jacksonville.
You see Broward's just laying back. They're playing at from the midfield line. They're not even putting any pressure.
Well, one thing that you notice about this Broward club, Ted, when you look at the roster, Daytona State just has so many more numbers. Clear depth advantage. Perhaps that's something they're trying to preserve here in the early moments of this second frame.
That was some nice work there by 14, Davalos.
You see Dakota Castle called for the foul.
Could be a Greek fellow, Davalos. I mean, first name's John. Sounds like it.
You always put the asterisk next to the Greek-born and bred players, don't you?
No, no, I'm not showing any partiality here. None whatsoever.
Charlton holds this one up. Daytona State, a little bit of time and space to work with. Senior switches over, trying to get off a blast. Didn't make it past the 18.
You know, the issue is with Daytona State showing, you know, great offensive game thus far tonight, is, you know, not getting the ball into the net. It starts, of course, to get just a bit discouraging. And as the coach, I'm sure he's, you know, yelling at them, hey, don't get down, don't get discouraged, keep up the pressure. Great footwork. Oh, my goodness. Can't take them all on, though. Deflected out.
Both teams playing really fast at the moment. Craigton Charlton a little shaken up after that play as he went to the ground. Let's take one more look at that footwork. But sometimes, Ted, as you said, if you draw three, you should probably
exactly, because
get rid of the ball.
That means there's a bunch of players that are free to take a pass. Yeah, he just got caught on the shin there when he did the spin move.
Ball now be played on the far side, out of bounds, and Daytona State will throw it in.
There's a bit of a mistake there by the Broward player in the midfield. Great switch. Over to Casal. Just ever so close. It's just, you know, inches from being in Daytona State's favor right now.
If you're wondering how Daytona State is reacting to still having no goals, they've had several low-scoring affairs so far this year. ASA out of Miami only scored 2 that night. That was September 29th, not long ago. A couple days before that, Coach Sassett's team put up 4 against Florida Southern's JV program, won 4-3, and then against Andrew College, it was a 6-1 victory. You look throughout the rest of the schedule, had 5 against Andrew again when they played him the first time, and 6 against Meridian Community College, 5 against Mississippi Gulf Coast. They have put up big-time numbers throughout the year, so having no goals here with approaching the 60th minute, a little bit of a different circumstance for the Falcons.
Very odd, and you know, I think it works out to a little bit over 3 goals per game is the Daytona State average. Coach, they just showed a shot of him just a little while ago on the sideline. Just looking a little bit tense. Can't say I blame him. A lot of chances so far for DSC.
Stefan Gilzine and Daytona State will build from the back here.
This time applying a little bit of pressure from Broward.
Got to credit Broward College arriving late here. Obviously their warm-up time cut into as soon as they got on the field, but been able to keep Falcons off the scoreboard, and I believe here we got an offside, so it is going to be Broward ball.
I did not catch that.
Jorge Escobar puts it on the ground. Freshman from Columbus High School in Miami. Melendez sharing it.
Yeah, you've seen some real fatigue now. You know, it's about 80 degrees out there on the field.
Kratanovich setting it up. Daytona State has not really gone to their bench like they have in prior games this year. Coach Sasnet loves to go 15, 16, 17 deep even.
Nice defense there shown by Kratanovich. but also an equally good through ball for Broward.
Gabriel Ortiz. Ball struck low.
Daytona State does not have numbers right now. Probably should have settled that down a little bit.
Instead, the Falcons make something happen inside the 18. De Leon, again spinning around, was looking for help, and it just was not there. So Miguel
Dangerous.
De Leon still
dangerous. A little less than 30 minutes now.
Miguel De Leon still a difference maker. Trying to set up the 1-2. A near handball there for Broward. It's not called. Shot on as Grant got a good foot into it, but De Leon again didn't see it coming.
Yeah, didn't anticipate that weak side. Yeah, it was an errant shot, but a little anticipation, that ball's in the back.
Here's Gazarczyk. Oh, that's going to be a yellow card, perhaps? No. And luckily for Senior, it was not. Official right there. Sometimes when you see players get airborne like that, Ted, that can be a dangerous play.
The referee was just telling him why. He thought he went straight up, but he did go straight up with the arm in the guy's back. Yeah, can't do that. Good anticipation there by the Daytona State keeper. And very little pressure being applied right now as Daytona State's defense starts to walk it back up to midfield.
Long bus ride up here for Broward College. You got to deal with the speed of these Falcons on their home pitch. Some humid conditions. It's tough to deal with for the visitors. Broward trying to hang in there. Falcons keep on chopping away. Nice move. Trying to get the cross in. Daytona State with a shot on goal and it just sails high. Greg DeCharlton looking at the goal like, what do I have to do tonight to get one?
Yeah, that might have been a bit of fatigue there. You're going to shoot from about 25 yards out. You need to be running onto the ball. In that particular case, he was just trying to spin and didn't have enough momentum going his way. Referee calls for Daytona State ball.
Kurtanovich now switches the point of attack for the Falcons. Daytona State dominating possession here in half number 2. Still looking for a goal. Fabian Grant. Nice touch that time. Here's Senior. It's been a factor. Chandel Senior had it poked away, and it'll be a throw-in.
Yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of heavy breathers out there right now on both teams. Like you said before, Drew, surprised that we haven't seen. Oh, here we go. Here's the substitution coming in.
And it was about time. Corey Wilson will check in for the Falcons. He's a freshman defender out of Atlanta, Georgia. And he replaces Kurtanovich.
Subbing in for the Falcons, number 2, Corey Wilson.
Stocky build, got some height on him.
Worked several collegiate games this year, Ted, where water breaks have been in effect. It's not the case here tonight. Not nearly as humid as some of those games.
Now look at the, like you were saying before, look at that chance right there. That counter was real quick. And here's a beautiful ball.
Goalie takes a chance, comes out, goal wide open at the moment. See, individually, Daytona State clearly has the leg up on Broward tonight, but as a team, can you make those plays and connect the dots when it matters most?
And here comes Broward with some room and a couple of numbers.
Oberstar sending it forward.
Right now they only have one in the box now, moving two. And Daytona State takes care of that one.
Senior got it ahead. Charlton just waiting for it right there in the center circle. Ball's going to be delivered a little bit late, and that's another example of a run that just never really gets going. And when you're watching from high above, like we are, you just see the potential.
And it was just a tired pass. Didn't get enough foot on it, and plus it was probably, that was his left foot as well. Probably not his dominant foot. Although those are what the drills are all about as far as when you're playing in the collegiate level. You're trying to be have the equal ability with power in both legs.
Under 25 minutes to play in regulation here at Daytona State College with Ted Sofianos. I'm Drew Felios. Great crew here, WDSC TV, and our campus television crew giving you the sights and sounds here tonight. It's been exciting so far, but Daytona State needs a goal, plain and simple.
Oh, there was a very poor pass, and Daytona State now with the counter and a few numbers.
Get it ahead to Fabian Grant. Grant shuffles it back. Now forward once more. Here's Charlton. Charlton.
All right, that's going to be it's going to be a corner. Got over the keeper's head there. Keeper did well to try to come out and gather that up, but had too much bounce and spin on it. You know, this is the type of play right here, Drew. I'm thinking Coach Sasnet's got some sort of structured play, going to flood the box.
Ball is alive inside the box. Daytona State able to get a foot on it backward, but Gusarczyk easily comes over to pick it up. Which team is finally going to break the ice? I have a feeling, Ted, one is coming. Which team is it going to be? Stewart hopes it's Daytona State. Chevin Stewart, the midfielder, working hard at the moment.
Whoa. You know, as a defender, trying to beat somebody in that position, a little bit startling to Coach Sazet, I'm sure. Gorgeous move there.
Falcons quickly trying to get numbers upfield. See the help, though, from Broward. Trying to sandwich him in. Falcons able to slice right through it. And now here's Stewart. Stewart with those wicked skills. Ball sent in. Grant takes a shot. It's deflected as Oberstar was there. Fabian Grant, if he could just turn around.
Hard to believe, hard to believe.
Credit Broward, though. They have been in the right spot at the right time.
Yeah, this is that scary part, Drew, you were talking about previously with the counters. That Coach, obviously, Ekatebi is so gifted with.
Escobar puts it high in the air. And now Molina. Daytona State trying to win it back here. Good opportunity there, but Stewart just kind of watches it go past. And now Daytona State will try and work forward. Passed ahead nicely. Oh, great slide.
Yeah, he committed and had to pick up that ball.
As clean as it gets as well. Broward slowly working the counter.
Good defense to shut down that threat there by Daytona State.
Is there anything Falcons can do right now, Ted, that you can see that could sort of loosen up this Broward defense at the moment?
Coach Sesnet might, want to think, like you said before, perhaps another substitution, get some fresh legs in there, and secondly, to try to get more men in the box. The problem is if you do that, then you could leave yourself uncovered for the counter.
Good pass there. Right back now. Fabian Grant had a nice touch. And again, Charlton just got caught up.
But you see the heads going down there when the ball didn't go to his feet. That's a bit of frustration as well as fatigue. Can't say I blame him. Well in by the sub who came off the bench. I believe that was Wilson.
Daytona State.
And another.
Shot atop the 18, and it sails high. And that was Fabian Grant.
Gorgeous, gorgeous opportunity there.
So one of those talented holding midfielders, Fabian Grant out of Kingston, Jamaica. How does the ball wind up with him? Oh, that's a ball that was chested to him from Dakota Casal.
Gorgeous chest pass. And here is that substitution.
What you got to do in moments like this, find a way. Good job by Dakota to somehow set his teammate up.
Yeah, gorgeous setup.
Under 20 minutes to play. Broward College in the navy, Daytona State in the gray. Gabriel Ortiz trying to play keep away here.
A little bit of Plinko. Fortuitous bounce for Broward.
Jose Fuentes, the guy who checked in for Daytona State. He's the freshman from DeLand. Another Florida product. This Daytona State program, when it comes to recruiting, this roster is made up some of the most talented kids from Volusia and Flagler counties. We've also got the best from the entire state of Florida and the international scene. Coach Sasnett scouring all over the world to put together this roster.
He's done a fine job. Fine job thus far. I know the president of the college, Dr. Tom Labasso, enjoys soccer as well as all the sports that we have here, of course, and is happy to have this program now being delivered to you live from Daytona State Soccer Complex, 2-year-old facility.
John Nallis in the game for the Falcons, wearing number 16. So forward from Delray Breach, just a freshman. See the Falcons staying patient, continuing to find feet here. A little bit of speed now from John Nallis. Nallis trying to beat the defender.
Wow.
And let's see what the call is going to be here. I think somebody's going to get a talking to on the Broward side. This is going to be a yellow card issued to Jorge Escobar.
Oh, that's going to be a direct kick from that point there. About 3 yards on the left wing, maybe 5 yards out from the left wing there of the 18-yard box. Referee will probably step off 10. And I see DSC right now with 3 in the 18 and another 2 coming up. Another 3 coming up, so flooding the box now.
So Fabian Grant will put this one in motion. Opportunity for the Falcons here. '73rd minute here at Daytona State. Shot taken. This one's got a little bounce to it, and Stewart couldn't do anything with it. Chevin Stewart starting to cramp up a little bit, it looks like. This is the guy, number 10 for Daytona State, that has the ability to take over a game. We have not seen all of that here tonight. He has been marked very tightly by Broward. But Stewart, wicked with the ball. 4 goals this season.
Stop the clock here.
See if Stewart will be able to remain in the game. I believe he's going to come out here for a moment.
Might need a bit of water.
As you see, Daytona State Soccer Complex hosting women's soccer on October 13th. In fact, we got a doubleheader coming at you. Mark it. It's a Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Women and the men.
Yeah, I'm disappointed, Drew, that you're not going to be with me on that game.
You had to remind me.
You know, I'm going to be with somebody that I think I've met before, so they're certainly we're looking forward to the doubleheader.
You talking about the infamous Tom James?
Tom James, yes, sir.
Our man. Tom will be here. Daytona State will be playing their best. Another run. Trying to get a cross in. Falcons quickly moving it up the pitch, just unable to connect that final third.
My thought process here is, Drew, either one of these teams, one goal is going to obviously take this thing.
See two defenders coming over anywhere, and the Falcon player has the ball.
Miscommunication there.
Falcons now holding it. Pablo Vargas, number 28, checking in for Daytona State. We'll keep an eye on the freshman out of Bradenton.
Oh, boy. Just a giveaway there. But if you look at Broward's formation right now, over the last 10, 15 minutes, they have played for a tie, basically.
Fabian Grant gives this one up. Pablo Vargas. They'll switch the point of attack once more. Oh, that ball right off the chest of Gabriel Ortiz, it looked like. But he elevated, may have hit him.
That's going to hurt.
In a soft spot. Let's take one more look.
Ow. Hi-ya. That's cringeworthy. That's cringeworthy, Drew. I think that's going to be a little while before he's feeling up to it.
That's Gabriel Ortiz on the ground right now, the freshman midfielder from Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah, he's getting a little bit of counsel from the coach, from the assistant coach there.
I don't think counsel is
going
to
help him there.
Going to help right now.
No. Bag of ice, perhaps.
Let's take a look at some upcoming events here on campus at Daytona State College, as I believe Ortiz going to have a substitute. Homecoming coming up. We are certainly excited about that. October 11th through the 13th, featuring a series of events to celebrate Falcon Pride throughout the community. You can find out more at daytonastate.edu/homecoming 2018. Men's soccer playoffs coming up also October 20th and 23rd. Region 8, the play-in match and semifinal. Coming at you from this gorgeous facility, October 27th. And then November 12th through the 17th, the NJCAA Men's Soccer Championship coming to Daytona Beach here at the Daytona State Soccer Complex. Women's soccer playoffs also right here in this great facility. October 26th, October 28th as well. The conference finals. Lots of great soccer to come. We invite you to come out to this beautiful complex. It is one of a kind in collegiate sports.
Yeah, no matter who's in the, obviously Daytona State wants to be in it, being the host for the NJCAA, national championship and playoffs, preceding that. You just got to be really happy. Just 2-year facility. Now you have this championship coming to this area. Even if you're not rallying for the local teams, it's great to come out and see some championship soccer at a very high skill level, obviously.
Falcons now possessing. You see Broward continuing, just crowd the ball.
Good pass back.
Correction.
See, nice and sure, crisp. That's what you want, especially when you're the defender and nobody between you and the keeper.
Corey Wilson gets it rolling for Daytona State. Stefan Gilsine, the sophomore, will send it up the pitch. See a player get airborne there for Broward. It's going to be interesting to see who this foul gets called on, because number 6, Roby Oberstar, got airborne. You saw 6 on the Daytona State side, Fabian Grant, sort of lower himself.
Yeah, he got on top of Fabian, and that's why the referee called it. And, you know, Fabian had no choice but to submarine him.
That's a tough call. Good spot for the Falcons, trying to score the first goal of the match. We're 77 minutes in.
Probably going to play this far post. Going to flood a few more guys in the box.
Ball sent far now. Daytona State with a shot on goal. Gusarczyk there again to cut it down.
Nice attempt. Tough angle, though.
Now Broward trying to quickly play forward. Remember, this Broward team likes to catch you napping. They're all about counters. Yamamoto.
Now it's Broward spreading the field.
Escobar sending it in. There's a header. Oh, that's a great idea by the Seahawks.
Dangerous. Well done. All the way around. Well done by Broward.
Falcons now try and collect it on that far side.
Wow. Referee's letting that one go. Okay, there it is. There's the whistle.
You saw Igor Martins all tied up with Sergio Molina. As we approach 10 minutes to play in regulation. In the 79th minute. And just to give you an idea, if we are scoreless after regulation, we will go to overtime. Ball kept alive now by the Falcons.
Oh, well done. Well done by Senior.
Shandell Senior, I think, has really played well tonight, number 34. Try and squeeze a pass through here. It's a pretty nice pace by Daytona State. Another one trying to get into the final third. Falcons starting to show a little bit of patience. Drive this one. Just as I say that, one that gets hit a little prematurely.
Right idea.
So the wind is picked up here at Daytona State. The flag's on the far side of the field. And I think you just saw there some of these players, Ted, just saying, you know what, give this thing a ride, give it a chance.
Yeah. No, the goalie was out of position.
Yep.
Played a good ball. Couldn't tell if the goalie would have been able to come back in time.
Falcons now possessing. Under 10 minutes to play here, regulation. Daytona State has controlled pace much of the way, controlled possession as well. Say it's at least 60-40 here tonight. Falcons trying to connect the dots here late. And they squeeze a pass in. Looked like possibly a hold.
Yeah, they caught him. Referee caught it, yeah. Yeah, I believe if we don't have a score, they then get a 5-minute rest, then a 10-minute overtime. Nobody scores, another 5-minute rest, and then a 10-minute overtime. Or something thereabouts.
Igor Martins. Escobar had it briefly. Now a good ball sent in. Here's Martins again. He'll take a shot. Oh, that's a great save.
That was a heck of a strike
by Carlos Melendez.
Yeah, heck of a strike there. Goalie did very well to push that out of bounds, resulting in a corner. That ball was struck with a lot of pace. That ball was moving. Whew. Good foot on that.
Carlos Melendez, he has kept Daytona State in several matches this year, and he's doing it once more. It's Kevin Faraz and Broward try and steal one here late. Ball in the box.
Dangerous cross there.
You can clearly see the game plan here from Broward. They have stayed compact here this entire second half, trying to steal one late here in Falcons country. Daytona State, though, good for the gander. Can't win it back that time. See that home bench for Daytona State. Everybody into it right now.
Got a pretty good turnout tonight for this Friday night game.
Oh, great crowd. The players from the women's team here supporting the men. Always great to see that. Falcons trying to chop away here. We'll have contact once again. Another foul here in the 84th minute. And a yellow card to go with it. And that is on Robbie Oberstar.
Oberstar clipped him pretty hard there. Looks like they're going to pull him. Pulling Oberstar.
Oh, clearly. Cleats up that time.
Yeah, cleats up. That's what really did it. This is about 30 yards out.
And you see that crowd on hand here tonight. You have got to become one of this crowd here the next opportunity.
Come on down. Brand new facility. Great concession stand.
Set piece for the Falcons. Ball headed backwards, though. And gives Broward just a moment to clear it.
Very nice set piece there.
I expect, Ted, a fast and furious final 6 minutes here in regulation. Daytona State working quickly. Tried the 1-2. See the cohesion not quite there.
Fans trying to rally the team. And Broward bringing in a couple of fresh legs.
Just over 5 minutes in regulation. And clearly, Coach Munga Ekatebi hoping that these fresh legs are the difference. Jorge Pace went to the bench that time, and now Escobar will toss it in. John Davalos now with Martins.
Martins harmlessly pushes that out. Does DSC have a little bit more in the gas tank? for a couple more pushes forward.
Falcons trying to collect themselves here. In the 85th minute. Ball's going to be sent in. Only one is there. Just not enough.
Yeah, a lot of bounces, obviously, with that many balls being put in the 18-yard box. Not a lot of bounces going fortuitously for the Falcons.
Falcons will slow things down momentarily. Send one up. Fabian Grant has played well tonight. Shondell Sr. has also put in some great minutes. Here's Corey Wilson, the substitute, getting this one ahead. They'll play from the corner. Another whistle. Not sure what happened there, but Anthony Ori goes down.
Yeah, he got cleated in the shin. And that's painful. Clock is running. 3 minutes to go almost, Drew.
Nice header that time. Daytona State. Another chance to control. Senior will send it right side. Another long ball played by Daytona State. Trying to sneak a pass in. Cut off before it got to the final third.
I think coach is yelling at him to shoot on that one.
It's been like this all night long. And it's gotten a little feisty here as both teams have come down the stretch. Both teams realizing what is at stake. Last time these two teams played, they combined for 3 goals. Tonight, a goose egg between them. Lewis Dillon pushing it up now.
Good job.
Santiago Amarian.
Keeper's going to find that one. Distribute it out. 2 minutes to go.
Could very well be headed to overtime. Not much has been working offensively from either of these teams in the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's calling a handball there. For Daytona State, another set piece.
Falcons will hurry it up. Let's see if they can crash in. Steal one.
Most likely one of the last attempts to have it this deep.
Crowd into it at Daytona State Soccer Complex. They do not want to see overtime.
Not exactly what they were hoping for there.
Falcons trying to send it ahead. Corey Wilson trying to build things from the back. Wilson gives it a long ride and just nobody in the vicinity. And Gosarczyk going to take his time here. Wear some more time off the clock. Broward trying to get another chance on the other side. Here come the Seahawks. About 30 seconds to play. Don't count out this Broward team just yet.
Oh.
Lazy ball there.
Miscommunication, for sure.
And another whistle.
And it looks like the clock's going to wind on down before Daytona State is going to get a chance.
A couple of players slow getting up with 11 seconds to play in regulation. Daytona State has had chances tonight, Ted, but not nearly as crisp a chance as I thought we would see coming in.
Yeah, I mean, you just think about the number of opportunities A lot of, loose change type balls that certainly were going in. And give them credit, of course, because they were getting first to the ball. Some of those Plinko bounces, that take place in the 18-yard box, certainly not all for
8
Daytona
seconds,
State.
trying to muster a shot here. Is there contact in the box?
Wow.
Referee is not going to call it.
That was an amazing no call.
Time will expire here in regulation, and I cannot wait to see a replay here. Falcon players pleading their case. The official not buying.
Yeah. Well, it was an obvious foul. Why exactly he didn't call it? If you take a look on the replay here, he put the ball into space.
Pablo Vargas, you see the tackle. I've seen that called many times.
Oh, that was an obvious foul. Yeah, obvious foul there. I can understand why the referee didn't want to call it because 8 seconds left, but still, that's the way the game is played. That's where the call should have been. I've refereed in my life. Sorry, I would have called that one. Refereed for about 3-4 years back up in New York.
On one hand, you want that call. Coach Bart Sasnet's team has worked so hard to get a call like that. But then on the other hand, I think what's going through the official's mind in that moment, Ted, is he does not want his call to decide this match. He wants the players to do it.
Very true what you just stated. That's a real tough one. That's a real tough one. Maybe if it was a little bit more flagrant, that call would have gone Daytona's way.
Meanwhile, officials need to get hydrated as well, as Coach Sasnet will talk it over with the Falcons, scoreless at the end of regulation here at Daytona State College. Broward Seahawks came in tonight knowing that it would be tough to come out of here with a victory. They have played a full 90 and have really held up to the relentless pressure that Daytona State has applied. Well, I want to tell you about homecoming this year at Daytona State College, October 11th through the 13th, featuring a series of events to celebrate Falcon pride throughout our community. Talk about those events. I'm talking about Mr. and Miss Daytona State College pageant, the Alumni Awards recognition, the 5K walk and run, the car and trunk show, the tailgate party, the athletic home games, and so much more. Find out more at daytonastate.edu/homecoming 2018. Don't miss homecoming here at Daytona State College. As the fall of 2018 continues to go by, surprised how fast it is going, and looking ahead, we've got basketball season.
That's right, Drew.
Straight ahead. Also got softball, baseball season we look forward to every single year. The volleyball playoffs coming up November 2nd through the 3rd. Also on the 16th, the district semifinal. Coach Laura Stiegel's team hopes to be a part of that.
Oh, yeah, and great asset to have Coach Stiegel here, building a fine program at Daytona State College. And, and here we have now, the men's and women's cross-country team. And what's really great about, the foresight that this administration has had is to, obviously you have much more of a higher percentage of completers for those who are in college athletics. And so as you build more and more programs and get more and more students into that, into your various programs that you have, obviously added another one, they are completers. They're graduates. You can look forward to great, team averages, with their GPAs.
You were talking to me, Ted, earlier in this match about some national recognition, some New York Times recognition coming to Daytona State College. Tell our audience about that.
And again, I know it was a major paper. I can't remember if it was at Times, but what a great story that we talked about 2 or 3 of our female cross-country, obviously they're not players when you're they're runners, right? They're runners. But at the same time, this story went out because we ended up with, this is a non-traditional student population that we have sometimes here in our 2-year programs or our junior colleges. And in this particular case, we had some ladies who were not 18. They're a little older, a good deal older, and they're just incredible runners. And basically, this story went national based on the writer who put it in the paper up there, and it's an amazing story because you have ladies who are in their 30s or 40s or even close to 50, and keeping up with these young kids.
Are you saying that you could put the cleats on and go out there and be a part of this program, Ted, at some point?
Now that they have men's cross country, Drew, well, with the hip replacement and all, I got too many false parts, Drew, so it isn't going to happen for me. But I love to be up here in the box with you and watching these young guys go north and south on this field. And like I was saying before, to have this many programs with these types of GPAs and just continuing to build more, I just think that's a wonderful thing for any college, and especially Daytona State College.
Tremendous diversity on campus here at Daytona State. Second year I've had the privilege of being involved, and just outstanding feel and atmosphere here on campus here at Daytona State. So now we head into overtime, sudden victory. We got 2 10-minute sessions, and the first team to score will walk away
sudden
with
death.
the victory.
Sudden death.
Sudden victory. Sudden victory.
Sudden victory. I like that, Drew. Sudden victory. They're getting ready to go here. We'll start off with Broward's possession. That was, again, I think that was a 5-minute intermission. And here we go.
Mikhail Gazarczyk, freshman for Broward in net, has been great between the pipes tonight for the Seahawks. Carlos Melendez has done his thing for Daytona State.
Great pronunciation, Drew, with the keeper's name from Broward. I mean, that has more consonants and vowels than I've ever seen in anybody's names.
Hopefully the players had a little bit of chance to get a rest. We saw some tired legs at the end of regulation, understandably. And there were several reserves in the game when regulation ended, but players given 110% here tonight.
It's been a heck of a match, and I know sometimes people, with soccer, they say, oh, not enough goals. But certainly the beauty of the game has been shown tonight with the passing, with the moves, with the skill sets. Both coaches should be proud of what their players have displayed or demonstrated tonight.
Stefan Gilzine throws this one in. Broward trying to work quickly here. Seahawks look like they're coming out a little bit more aggressive, and they will have it just outside the 18, about 20 yards out.
Very dangerous.
Falcons are going to have to give them a little bit of space here as well. So ball will be placed down, and Robbie Orbistar, sophomore from Slovenia, will try and knife it through. First overtime session.
Looks like they're putting together a 3-man wall there for Daytona State.
No, they're going to take it with the left foot. So it wasn't Orbistar. Falcons able to win it back now.
Nicely done.
Goalie comes way out, and he got caught in no man's land.
Wow.
Thought that he was going to eventually wind up with the ball, but his teammate decides to go backwards with it. Falcons trying to play it ahead, and again, it's that ball right there that's just not patiently played.
I mean, yeah, coach has got to be happy saying, oh, great idea, but, sooner or later we got to have execution.
That's what Coach Bart Sasnet stressed his team all week. Patience, be patient. You're seeing that wear a little bit thin here late in this match. As a former player too, Ted, you're going to have matches where you light up the scoreboard. You're also going to have those 1-0 matches where you got to keep your composure. Looking for the offsides, not going to get it. We'll play it through. The goal is open. The shot taken straight across the box.
Best chance for Broward. So that was exciting to watch. I'm sure on pins and needles was Coach Sasnet. But boy, I was watching the hustle of the DSC defenders to come and try to block that out of the goal. Even in this late in the game with not a lot of gas in the tank. So good job on both sides.
Fans here at the soccer complex breathing a sigh of relief, to say the least. As we got another collision there on the far side of the field. Let's take a look at this last opportunity. It looked like he was clearly offside.
Yeah, the DSC players are calling it, but if you notice, there was in the right part of your screen down below in the right-hand corner, there was a DSC player all the way down there. And that might have been why they didn't call it.
Luckily, too, for Daytona State, that's not an own goal because saw the defender there try and save it. Often you see that, Ted. Ball goes off the cleat, and it's into the net.
Surprisingly, he didn't shoot it, dribbled past the keeper, did well enough to do that, but then tough angle to score on.
This ball is drilled. Broward much more aggressive offensively here in the extra session, going for broke here.
Yeah, Broward applying much more pressure than they have probably pretty much all game. Right here, we're seeing a lot of the game played in the DSC's defensive end.
Oberstar now.
Well in by Stewart. Have a solid game.
Gets away though. Daytona State chance to possess as Creighton Charlton, their top scorer, handling it right now, has it taken away. That was taken from Anthony Orr. Right now, if I'm Bart Sasnett, Ted, my concern is not much has been built from the Falcons as of late. Having a lot of careless second and third passes that are killing runs here.
Part of it obviously fatigue, Drew, and and the other is concentration and focus. There's a great ball.
Fans getting very vocal. This ball's going to be sent on and just to the right.
Good idea. Good idea. It was a low shot. Just didn't have it, didn't put it on the frame.
Creighton Charlton will come over, get some instruction. Looked like he was going to come out there for a moment. Things getting really tense here in Daytona.
Almost 4 minutes to go in this particular part of the overtime.
Victory.
Yeah, sudden victory. DSC pressing.
Falcons work that left side. The ball at the feet, taken inside the 6.
Amazing.
Could not get to De Leon. Here's another shot.
Wow.
It's ricocheted.
And that will be a corner, I tell you. Those were great plays on both ends. Both by the offense and defense there. Wow. Throwing bodies all over the place. And that was well placed. Great save by the keeper. Comes an out swinger.
Another ball sent in by the Falcons. The header just over the crossbar. Kazarczyk may have gotten a hand on it as it sailed over. And that was Sergio Molina, the heads-up play.
That was well in. Coach Sasnett clapping his hands. There's the replay. Just nicked the crossbar and over. Crossbar can be a goalie's best friend. Probably going to spread the field here, exactly. That's Cassell.
Here comes Dakota, 17. Spark of life he is for Daytona State. Falcons. Now the other way, Seahawks trying to counter. Igor Martins. And he was swallowed up. Good job defensively by Sergio Molina. So Sergio providing some good minutes. Freshman from Spain.
And Molina's been solid all game, hasn't he?
Just over 2 minutes in his first sudden victory. Falcons will toss it on the far side.
As far as, I'm trying to, of course, stay unbiased, but as far as the skill level, the dribbling, the skills shown by the offense and defense of Daytona State.
The speed.
Exactly. The 50-50 balls that they're winning. The opportunities. Certainly, if you were to say, okay, if a 0-0, if it's 0-0 at the end of the game, and then you were to, check box all of those, you'd give the win. But that's not how it goes here in soccer.
David King, our head referee. We will remember that play that was not called as a non-contact inside the box at the end of regulation that could have given the Falcons a PK. Here we're in sudden victory, and about 90 seconds to go. Daytona State will set it up just outside the 18.
Forecast for right now, he's going to hit a bender into the upper right-hand corner. That's my forecast.
Craigton Charlton doing the honors.
Well,
he just shoots this one right over the goal.
Yeah. Well, that was not the forecast I was planning on. But that was the idea he had. It was the right idea. Only a minute left in this first portion of overtime.
Header try there. Could very well be heading for a second sudden victory overtime session, as Juan Canellis will toss this one in.
And it looks like these 30 seconds just going to play out. And if I remember correctly, Drew, they switch. Whoa!
Oh, airborne there.
Casal has not stopped running. Still hard on the ball at this late time,
14 seconds now. Not sure it's enough time for either team to do anything with it. That's going to be called a foul, and got to be careful on plays like that. You don't pick up a yellow. Not going to matter, as we are done with the first sudden victory session here at Daytona State. Still scoreless after 100 minutes of play.
So I believe it's they switch them up pretty quick here. It's a quick drink, not much time between, and they'll get them started again.
Watching Daytona State perform tonight have got to tell everybody about not just the athletes, but also the involvement in the community that these Falcons continue to perform. Got multiple academic All-Americans on this team for 2018. They have volunteered with soccer clinics around the area here at Daytona Beach, and also worked the Port Orange Sundays in the Park. They've done it routinely, something that they take great pride in. Coach Bart Sazet making sure that each young man that goes through this program gives back to his community.
Right, community service, an excellent idea. I also know that many of the young guys here on the Daytona State team, they get them involved with clinics, getting them out there with the middle schoolers that are in the local area, doing various soccer clinics and whatnot. Certainly, helping to build the community, making it better.
Because this is a game, Ted, that is really going through a revolution right now in the United States, isn't it?
Drew, I keep hoping that only because I come from, when I was 6, 7 years old, and, that was, 1969. Soccer was certainly not a major event here. Certainly with the advent of the MLS, looking at, how America has embraced the World Cup, where it wasn't so much in the past, even though we weren't in the World Cup this past 2016. It's been really wonderful to see it evolve.
It certainly has had a chance to take part this year in the USL, United Soccer League, as they continue to organize. A league that is growing at the college scene as well. The talent around the state of Florida, second to none. Coach Bart Sazet at the Daytona State men's program certainly benefiting from it, but they are in a scrap here tonight with Broward. And again, give the Seahawks credit, coming from South Florida, the long bus ride. They arrived here late, a little bit of heavy legs to start, but eventually some good opportunities at the end of the first half. And then in overtime, you saw them try and catch Daytona State happen again, and the Falcons were ready.
So we're at a tense time. Last portion of overtime for sudden victory. Shout out to one of our little listeners out there, Stevie. Hope you're watching. And certainly this has been a barn burner. Now pins and needles. Pins and needles. Struck way too hard. Needed to put a Beckenbauer foot on that one with a, what we call an outswinger with the outside of the foot.
Team switching sides once again. Broward working from left to right. Seahawks put it on the ground. Lewis Dillon trying to catch up to it. Senior beats him to it, but will we have a corner kick? No, we'll have a goal kick as Melendez will do the honors. Second sudden victory underway. Daytona State does have one draw to their credit this year.
And I'm sure they're hoping not for another.
That draw for Daytona State came back on August 24th, in case you were wondering, against Georgia Military College up in Georgia. And it was a 1-1 tie. So Falcons have been in this situation before.
Quickly going on 8 minutes now. DSC with an opportunity here.
Ball sent on. Falcons in place. It'll be played inside the 18. On the ground. Again, the Seahawks organized. Now it's Stewart. Stewart.
Not again. Not the kind of pass where they know they're making that in practice every day of the week.
Gonna get a throw in here. Charlton trying to send one in. Nobody home. Ooh, played off the fate.
He looks like he's fine though. Oh, that's a great ball. That's a handball.
Looking for it. They were waiting for it. Didn't happen. Another questionable one.
Once again, the referee in that particular case, and in my view, you cannot let that one go.
Senior can't win it. Seahawks trying to set up another sleepy counter. Nothing doing this time though.
Here it is again. Daytona State applying the pressure. Cannot get in the back of the net. Very surprising the referee did not call that.
Ball's going to be picked up by Gazarczyk here, and again, he'll take his time. You have to think, all things considering, Broward, I don't think, would be heartbroken to leave here with a tie. Another foul. Officiating has not worked in the Falcons' favor here late. Faraz places it on the turf.
And this is, not in a tremendously dangerous area. But any set piece, that's where the biggest percentage of goals come from.
Plenty of air under this one. Seahawks get a weak header on it. Melendez easily there to clean it up. 5.5 minutes remaining in this match.
All right, ball's being played out to the wing. Beautiful run here by the right winger. Nice cross there shown by the right wing. And at this point, it looks like Broward is really going to be happy if they can achieve a tie game.
Coming up on 4 minutes to play, Drew Felios, Ted Sofianos, and our awesome crew here at Daytona State College. Falcons trying to get this one in position. Charlton has worked his behind off all night long. Gets one inside the 18. Daytona State, just could not put a foot on it to finish it. The back line for Broward, they have been tremendous, sucking up balls at the final moment. This one poked out and be a throw on the far side.
Yeah, they're going to probably start to think with 3 minutes left, going to have to play a lot more volleys into.
This ball played in, great 1-2, the shot off the crossbar, rebound try, Kazarczyk collects it in.
Now, it would be interesting to replay there because that ball might have gone in the net and the referees didn't catch it.
Broward coming right back, Seahawks, another dangerous counter attempt. Crowd was ready to explode, and I'll tell you what, Falcons deserved that goal. The shot was from Stewart.
Couldn't tell. Couldn't tell from that angle. Certainly not lucky for the Falcons.
Another ball, it's going to be headed. And Seahawks, not nearly the chance that Daytona State had on the other side. Let's see if it does, in fact, cross the line off that crossbar.
This is great camera work, gang.
That's a goal.
That is a goal.
The video evidence shows that that ball certainly was across the line.
Clearly in. Clearly in, but I know it happened so quickly. It's hard to fault the referees on that.
Wow.
But, there it is. Game should be right now in Daytona State's favor.
Falcons will try and just suck it up here the final minute. Trying to keep one in there. Be a throw in for Broward. Breaks have not gone the Falcons' way tonight, plain and simple. Under a minute now, you see the Seahawks taking their time, letting the clock run, and I think they're going to be content playing defense here the rest of the way. Meanwhile, Falcons trying to win this thing, got to keep it in from the end line there.
Yeah, they're frustrated. DSC's frustrated. They know they should have the game.
Yeah, Shevin Stewart. Stewart's the guy who shot that last attempt.
They've done everything in their power, save from putting the darn thing in the net. And this is going to be a very happy tie for Coach Ekitsebi.
One more chance perhaps for Daytona State. Backline organized, 10 seconds. Falcons frantically trying to get it up the pitch. 6 seconds. Seahawks stubbornly the other way, and that is going to do it.
Wow.
From Daytona State Soccer Complex, it was a frustrating night for the Falcons. They gave everything they had and much more. And the final score, a scoreless draw as Broward comes in here, and they will take the tie back to South Florida.
Oh, you know they will, Drew.
0 and your Daytona State Falcons 0.
So, scoreless draw, and we are proud to bring this game to you tonight, a game that was brought to you in part by Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of Daytona State College. Financial Educators Federal Credit Union, FEFCU, a proud supporter of the Daytona State College Athletics Department. Thank you so much for your support here at Daytona State. Also, Follett's Bookstore. Follett's is the official textbook supplier for Falcon student athletes. Thanks so much, Follett's Bookstore. Oh, a great game it was here tonight. Did not have a goal, but we had so much more. A lot of drama here. Both teams going at it. Daytona State dominating the pace of play early and the possession as well. Good sign there. Both teams shaking hands. Good sign of sportsmanship early on, and even in the second half, it was all Falcons.
Yeah. You think you've come away basically after a game like this. You feel so discouraged because you know you're feeling like we should have had this win. So it almost feels like a loss. Meanwhile, for Broward College, they got to feel like this is a win.
Give credit to Gazarczyk, the goalie for Broward, stubbornly, save after save. Meanwhile, Carlos Melendez for the Falcons doing his thing as well. But inside the 6 box, that was the play right there. At the end of regulation, Daytona State feels like they should have had the foul called. It was not. It would have been a PK. Instead, we went to sudden victory. And then shot after shot, chance after chance. Sergio Molina there. Daytona State kept on playing hard. Senior, and then the shot right there by Stewart looked like it was across the line. In fact, happened so quickly though.
Yeah.
Bang, bang play. Official
real
doesn't
tough.
see it.
Real tough. I mean, that's when you wish you had video replay.
Well, nonetheless, it certainly has been fun. Great job by our entire crew. Ted, awesome to work with you once again.
Same.
From all of us at Daytona State College, and the names of our great production crew right there, I'm Drew Felios saying so long from Daytona Beach. A scoreless draw. The Falcons tie with Broward College. Have a terrific weekend.